Loneliness is a complex emotion that manifests in different ways, especially as we grow older. The silence of an empty house, the longing for a familiar voice, or the aching absence of someone who once shared our lives. These feelings are deeply personal, yet surprisingly common. In this video, we'll explore the different types of loneliness that older adults often face, drawing from the experiences of those who have walked this path. Together, let's find a sense of connection and understanding in these words. Number 1. Social loneliness. As we age, our social circles often shrink. Friends move away, loved ones pass on, and we may find ourselves spending more time alone than we ever anticipated. Social loneliness stems from the absence of regular interaction, the casual chats, the laughter over coffee, or even the shared silence that once filled our days. Imagine the difference between waking up to the sound of a bustling household versus waking up to silence. It's not just the absence of noise, it's the absence of life around you. Many older adults express this feeling as a profound sense of emptiness, where even a simple phone call or a visit from a neighbor can feel like a lifeline. If you're experiencing this type of loneliness, know that it's okay to reach out and seek those small moments of connection that can brighten your day. 2. Emotional loneliness. Emotional loneliness is perhaps one of the most painful forms. It's not just about being physically alone, it's about feeling emotionally disconnected. This type of loneliness often arises after the loss of a spouse, a close friend, or even a pet. The person or being who once understood you on a deep emotional level is no longer there, leaving a void that can feel impossible to fill. I've come across stories from people in their 70s and 80s who've shared how the evenings are the hardest. It's when the day quiets down and there's no one to share your thoughts with, no one to hold your hand, no one to simply be with. If you're going through this, it's important to allow yourself to grieve and to seek out new ways to connect emotionally, whether it's through a support group, volunteering, or even journaling your thoughts. 3. Existential loneliness. Existential loneliness is a deeper, more philosophical kind of loneliness. It's the realization that as we age, we are, in many ways, alone in our journey. This type of loneliness often hits when we begin to reflect on our mortality, our purpose, and the meaning of our lives. It's the feeling that no one can truly understand what it's like to walk in your shoes, to face the challenges and fears that come with aging. On online community, many older adults have shared their experience of feeling like they are on a solitary path, one that others can empathize with but not truly understand. It's a profound kind of loneliness, but it also opens the door to a deeper connection with oneself. If you're experiencing existential loneliness, consider embracing it as an opportunity for introspection and personal growth. It's a time to reflect on your life's journey, to find peace in your own company, and to seek out activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. 4. Situational loneliness. Life is full of transitions, and some of these can trigger situational loneliness. Retirement, moving to a new place, or the loss of independence due to health issues can all contribute to this type of loneliness. Situational loneliness is often temporary, but it can feel overwhelming when you're in the midst of it. Think about how you felt the first time you moved to a new home or started a new job. There's that initial period of adjustment where everything feels unfamiliar, and you might feel disconnected from the world around you. For older adults, these transitions can be even more challenging, especially when they come with the added weight of leaving behind a lifetime of memories. If you're in a period of situational loneliness, give yourself time to adjust. Be gentle with yourself and know that it's okay to feel out of place for a while. Slowly, as you find your footing, this loneliness will begin to lift. 5. cultural loneliness. As the world rapidly changes, some older adults may experience cultural loneliness, a sense of being out of touch with the current trends, technologies, or social norms. This can lead to feelings of isolation, especially when it seems like the world is moving forward without you. I've read many comments from older people who feel left behind by technology, or who struggle to relate to younger generations. It's like being in a world where the language has changed, and you're still trying to communicate in the old tongue. If you're feeling this way, know that it's never too late to learn and adapt. Embrace the changes at your own pace, and don't be afraid to ask for help or guidance from those who are more familiar with the new ways of the world. 6. Intergenerational loneliness. Intergenerational loneliness occurs when there's a disconnect between older and younger generations. This can happen within families or in the broader community. It's the feeling that you don't quite fit in with the younger crowd, that your values, experiences, and perspectives are different, and sometimes that difference can feel like a chasm. Many older adults have shared how they feel overlooked or dismissed by younger people, as if their experiences are no longer relevant. It's a loneliness that can be particularly painful because it's tied to a sense of being misunderstood or undervalued. If you're facing intergenerational loneliness, you can try bridge the gap by sharing your stories, wisdom, and life lessons. Engage with younger people, not as someone from a different era, but as someone with valuable insights to offer. And remember, relationships are a two-way street. There's so much you can learn from each other. 7. Intellectual loneliness. This type of loneliness is the longing for conversations that challenge the mind and stimulate the intellect. As we age, we may find that the opportunities for deep, meaningful discussions become fewer, especially if those around us aren't interested in the same topics, or if we've lost friends who shared our intellectual pursuits. For instance, you might miss the debates you once had with a colleague, or the deep conversations you enjoyed with a spouse or a friend who shared your love for literature, science, or philosophy. Without these mental exchanges, you might feel isolated, as though a part of your identity is fading away. If you're experiencing intellectual loneliness, try seeking out book clubs, discussion groups, or online forums where you can connect with like-minded individuals. Engaging with podcasts, documentaries, or taking up online courses can also help reignite that spark and bring a sense of fulfillment back into your life. 8. Spiritual loneliness. Spiritual loneliness is a profound sense of disconnection from a higher purpose or a spiritual community. This type of loneliness can be particularly challenging for those who have lost a sense of meaning in life, or those who no longer feel connected to their faith or spiritual practices. It can also arise if you've moved away from a community that shared your beliefs, or if your faith has been shaken by life's challenges. Many older adults speak of the comfort they once found in attending religious services, participating in spiritual rituals, or simply sharing their beliefs with others. Without these connections, life can feel directionless, and the weight of existential questions can become more pronounced. If you're struggling with spiritual loneliness, consider exploring new ways to connect with your spirituality, whether through meditation, prayer, nature walks, or joining a spiritual group that resonates with your beliefs. Reconnecting with your inner self and finding a community that supports your spiritual journey can help you find peace and purpose once again. 9. Physical loneliness. Physical loneliness arises from the lack of physical touch and presence in daily life. As we age, the opportunities for physical connection can diminish, whether due to the loss of a partner, children moving away, or a decrease in social activities. This type of loneliness is not just about missing a hug or a hand to hold, but also about the deeper sense of comfort that comes from being physically close to others. Many older adults express how much they miss the simple yet profound physical connections they once had. The warmth of a loved one sitting beside them, the reassurance of a gentle touch, or even the routine interactions of a busy household. Without these, life can feel cold and distant. However, if you're experiencing physical loneliness, consider seeking out activities that involve safe physical interaction, like joining a dance class, participating in community events, or even spending time with a pet. Human touch is vital for well-being, and finding ways to incorporate it into your life can help ease this form of loneliness. Loneliness, in all its forms, can be a heavy burden to bear, but it's important to remember that you are not alone in feeling this way. Many people share your experiences and understand your pain. Reach out to communities online or in person where you can connect with others who understand what you're going through. Volunteer, join clubs, or take up a new hobby that brings you joy and puts you in touch with others. Above all, be kind to yourself. Acknowledge your loneliness, but don't let it define you. You are so much more than your circumstances, and there's a world of possibilities waiting for you, even in this stage of life. Embrace the opportunities for connection, both with others and with yourself, and let your journey through loneliness lead you to a place of peace and fulfillment. Feel free to share your own thoughts in the comments and let me know the type of loneliness you're experiencing. If this video was helpful, kindly consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to not miss any of our future videos. Thank you for watching.